Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back. So today we've got another beautiful truck here. She's a 24. She's got 42,000 miles on it. You'll see the truck in just a second. She looks good. This customer is trying to avoid having a very nasty breakdown, engine failure and all that shit. So let me flip this around. We'll get right into it. I'm going to show you why we're doing it, and then we're going to show you a couple little videos throughout, and then of course finished product. So hold on. So here she is. Again, she's a gorgeous truck. Customer takes really good care of her. And as you guessed, we're going to be putting a Monster Ram on. Some of you say why. Some of you still aren't convinced, but let me show you why we put this on. Now, this grid heater is not out of this truck, but this is one of a very severe case of why we get rid of these, besides the bolt that comes loose and tears up your cylinder 6. So this is why we get rid of the grid heater, because they just get nasty, plugged up. When the engine's not running right, your EGR system's not performing right, this is what happens. This is why we get rid of it. Let me show you the back side, just how nasty this thing is. This isn't pretty. So let's get tearing into it. We'll get the factory one out. If there's any problems with it, I'll show you. If not, we'll just move on. But here we go. All right, so I got the air grid heater out, and although there isn't nothing serious with that, I'm going to address a couple of the concerns or questions that people have asked in the comments. So let me flip this around, and I'm going to point out a couple things. And this is something that y'all need to really pay attention to, because it's not as common as the first one, but it is as deadly to your engine. So hold on. All right, so this is the air grid heater out of this truck right here, okay? Now, when we're doing a wiggle test on these systems, we're checking this stud right down in here, which is this one right here. That's the one that the wiggle test is checking to see if it's starting to weld itself off. Now, the other deadly one is that one right there. Can you see it? That one right there. This one cannot be seen unless you take the air horn off. There is no other way to check that. You can't see it, you can't wiggle test, nothing. So it's just as important to consider this one when we're talking about this one, because they're both the same. Now, if some of you guys out there have failed a wiggle test, the reason why you're failing the wiggle test is, yes, because that is corroded or melted off. And that is because your air grid heater relay is stuck on or has stuck on at one point. So if you fail a wiggle test and you're putting your Monster Ram on, you must replace the relay at the same time, or else you're just going to have other issues down the road. Keep that in mind, guys. So I'm going to go ahead and get everything cleaned up, the mating surfaces, all that, and start going together with the new Monster Ram. And I'll give you guys a video after we're done. Okay, there she is. Everything all back together. Notice my clamp coming out the bottom here. Wires all tucked nice and good. Nothing rattling, nothing rubbing. Everything good to go. Now, I'm going to show you a couple other things that I do as well. I've seen some people that take the tab that sticks out from underneath the valve cover and just bend it up where your EGR crossover tube clears it. No, take it out. Pop the valve cover top off and undo those two 8mm screws. Get that out of there. One more thing, and I haven't taken it off because I want to show you guys. You see that thread insert right there? Because the beauty cover no longer goes back on, you need to take that out. We don't want it sitting there rattling and making noise. And it will. It'll cause just a slight little rattle. Some customers are going to go, what the heck is that sound? So we got to get it out of there. Now, there's a real easy way to do it. With my tool, I just use like what I use for helping release water hoses and stuff like that. It's just one of these little guys right here. and then I'll put it underneath, bend that little tab up right there, and then you can slide it right off, okay? So make sure you get that guy out of the way. No noises, no nothing. Toss it in the trash. Ixnay it forever. But there's the Monster Ram fully installed. If you guys have any questions, let me know. If you want me to get one of these done, let me know. Have a good one, and we'll talk to you on the next one. Okay, so we want to talk about another thing really quick before I end this video. I need to add a couple more minutes to it anyway, but for those of you who live in really, really extreme cold environments, Banks has in development right now the Arctic Cold Start package. So if you're in really cold environments, you might want to wait until that releases. I'm on the fence as well as you on exactly when that's going to release. I know that they went through a lot of testing, and they went through some extreme testing. I'm talking very extreme. They were testing down to -40 on Cold Start, but batteries wouldn't even work at that point. Keep up on the Banks website as well as here. As soon as I have any more information on when that Arctic Start package is going to come out, then you guys are going to know right after I do. So just keep on the lookout for it. But another thing that we want to also mention is the efficiency of the Monster Ram. You can hop on the Banks website and look at the Monster Ram results when they dyno tested it versus stock and all that stuff, but there's really no comparison. Even in stock form, you're going to gain an improvement. You're going to gain a little bit of throttle response. You're not going to see a huge mileage gain. It's nominal at best, but it takes care of that problem with the air grid heater. We definitely don't want to see one of those causing your guys' engine to fail. We don't want one of those nuts that fall off and you end up getting sucked into one of the cylinders and destroying the piston and possibly the whole block. But it's a preventative measure, and I wish Cummins would have redesigned that as soon as they seen that they were having problems with it. They went through a couple relay recalls, especially on the 5th gen stuff, but it's not a big enough of improvement. They definitely should have done something better with that whole air grid heater anyway. Make it more efficient. We could take this conversation all the way back to when we've discussed why manufacturers put on parts that are crap and pretty much engineer these vehicles to fail. But I would expect way more from the manufacturer here in the United States, especially when everybody's talking about buy American made, but even like, let's say on this stuff, we can't buy American made because the American made stuff that's out there are prone to problems. It doesn't matter if it's a Ford, a Chevy, a Dodge, a Nissan, it doesn't matter. They all have their failure points. So best we can do at any level after the fact is to identify what those failure points are and try and put good quality parts on there that aren't going to fail in that condition. Anyway, I am going to go ahead and stop this video for now. If you have any questions, please reach out. I do try and keep up with my emails, but as you can imagine, I do it pretty quick. Anyway, have a good one. We'll talk to you guys later.